Ole, 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 ole.
Oh man, as predicted, the European team takes it.
Oh my God, as predicted about 12 months ago.
Yeah, maybe even 24.
Oh shit. That was great.
It was good. I mean, I was hoping for a little bit more drama, and I thought there was going to be. So the only thing I guess I was a little bit wrong about was I thought it was going to be close, but end
You
of
know
the
what?
day,
It would have been close. That second session on Friday that the Euros flipped all those into ties.
yeah,
If they didn't flip those, we're looking at a 14 and a half, 13 and a half.
yeah, yeah. I mean, overall, I thought it was good. It would have been better if there was more drama, but I think the biggest takeaway for me was just that the Europeans take it more seriously. You can say what you want about setting the course up and all that stuff, but if 10 out of the 12 players in your team haven't played in 6 weeks, and two of them have, one played well, the guy who did, and the other guy was in horrible form. So you you can't go into this thing just like a major. If you are you going to go 6 weeks without playing a major? No, you're probably going to suck.
Exactly. Yeah, they on live from Chambly and that psycho McGinley. He's something. They kept harping on that. Going into a major, you would never sit 5 weeks. So,
No, you wouldn't.
and all the Europeans were playing like they weren't just playing; they were playing well. Like I think like 10 of them finished in the top like 20 or something at Wentworth.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And the U.S. didn't have the big guns. I mean, I'm not even going to go into the Bryson DJ thing that much, but those are heavy hitters that you can think can go into enemy territory and take down one of the better players. Like the U.S. guys, and I didn't even want to say this before the Ryder Cup because people, I knew the shit you would get from people about it, but Wyndham Clark and Brian Harmon aren't guys you want on your team on the way Ryder Cup. I don't care if they won a major. I don't care if they won with pressure. People are going to say what they're going to say. And I know people get pissed about this stuff because people just don't get it. But they aren't the guy you want to take to a Ryder Cup. I think that's what hurt U.S. team a lot too. The fact that they had to bring those guys and they couldn't free up more captains pick spots.
If you've only watched golf for a year or only came to then you think those are the guys. But like we know what Brian Harmon is. Granted, he did play okay this week. He wasn't a reason they lost. He was still good. Granted, he had Homa to help him. But Wyndham Clark is just I know he won the US Open, but I mean, come on, we know Wyndham Clark.
Yeah, I mean, like there's certain guys that just win a major, like Jimmy Walker. He won a major. Do you want him the next year on the Ryder Cup? Like I understand that it just happens, okay, and you can't just act like, oh, these guys are shitting on players who just won a major this year and like act like they suck. I know people are going to say that. I knew they were going to, but I saw some people on Twitter saying, "Oh, that's what happens. You have two major winners. You sat them on the Friday morning. Shut the fuck up. You think they're not get their ass kicked if they play Wyndham Clark and Brian Harmon instead of whoever they played? Like, give me a fucking break. It's just a narrow view of things.
Well, they Zach had no choice but to bring those two guys. But he did fuck up Friday, like sending out Burns and Foursome. That
Yeah,
was just retarded. That was idiotic.
that was a mistake for sure.
And then what else did he do? I mean, Burns played well in four ball with Morikawa. I think they dusted whoever they played the next day. Not that I was completely against Burns, but I just thought there's better options than Burns. Bryson being included. But it's just it means just way more to the Europeans, especially on European soil. It just means way too much.
I think it does. I think it means a lot to the Americans once they're there, but they're not
Yeah,
revolving their schedule around it.
I know. Why? I don't get it. Why would they? Why did they make that mistake?
I think, I mean, a lot of it kind of got revealed in the fact that they were pissed they weren't getting paid for it. Why are they going to, if they're pissed they're not getting paid for the Ryder Cup, why are they going to revolve their entire schedule around being there?
I don't know. You get asked the same question about not never winning on European soil for like 30 plus years. You think you'd want to be better prepared?
Yeah, I mean, Europeans definitely care more. Look at some of the comments they made, like saying how it's the only thing they play for. Not one European would mention money. And
Did you hear Rosie's comment? That was hilarious.
I saw what he said about like playing for the players in the past. Is that the same?
he was like, "Yeah, we played for the players in the past, but we also like we're all really good friends, but we also like figure out what's the best way to team up. Like we're not just playing with our best friends."
Yeah, and that's what the U.S. does too. I mean, if I was a captain, like none of these, I feel like none of these captains have balls. I'd be the captain and say, I don't care who you want to play with. I'm going to make a plan, and if you care about winning, you're going to stick to this plan. I'm playing the players who I think are going to play the best together. I don't care if you're friends or not friends.
They just kept rolling out JT and Speed.
And it's the same thing with people saying, "Oh, it makes sense to bring Bryson, but it's all about camaraderie in the locker room." And like I said, it doesn't matter about camaraderie in the locker room if you're losing. If Bryson came and he played with Scotty and they went 5-0, do you think people are going to be like, "Oh, look at that fucking asshole Bryson over there"?
I think all these guys hate Cantley anyways. From what I hear, he's the biggest dick on tour.
Yeah. And so, what do you think about the whole Weir thing with money and everything? The hat.
That guy hasn't responded, hasn't said anything, huh? He's just silent. Ever since Cantley like refuted the whole thing. Has he
Well,
said anything?
he's too busy drinking with Rory.
Yeah, I saw that.
What I think here is this: I think Cantley and Xander definitely think that, and they definitely have said they want to get paid, and there definitely was an issue with that going into the week. The only part that I don't believe, and I don't think it's true, is that it caused some type of division in the locker room.
Yeah, like the guy said, Cantley and Xander were just sitting off in the corner with their own locker room. What the fuck?
Yeah,
Like
that's
that
the
definitely
one.
is not true.
No, but I think the rest of it probably is.
Yeah, the money part thing. I mean, it's not the first time players have brought up money. Like they brought it up, and I remember David Duval brought it up. Somebody else from the '90s brought it up.
Did they bring it up but during the Ryder Cup, or was it another separate time?
Probably a separate time, but I don't think these guys brought it up during the Ryder Cup. I think it was like something from seemed like July from what Xander's father was saying.
Yeah, it seems like maybe in the lead up too, though, a little bit because
They didn't want the Netflix because they weren't getting any profits off that.
yeah, it's almost like the guy said that at some point. Was it? I think he was a lefty
Exactly.
getting paid for their likeness.
They're probably so pissed, Brooks. Brooks just getting $5 million to show up.
Brooks is probably having the time of his life. Doesn't give a fuck. I don't think he cares if they win or don't win.
He only cares about his singles record. He's 3-0-1 in the Ryder Cup single.
I kind of have a little bit of a Brooks take.
What do you got?
I've never liked Brooks. Like I respect the hell out of him as a competitor and a golfer, but I've never been a Brooks fan, and I'm not a Brooks fan. I think he's trying to play both sides of this too much.
He definitely is.
Like he's trying to act like, oh, these live guys are losers. Like I'm just there because I'm getting money. I'm still friends with all the PGA Tour guys. Like I'm not wearing the live gear and stuff. He wants to make all the bad decisions, or not the bad decisions, the one that are viewed bad, but get none of the backlash that comes with it. So he's trying to just like flirt that middle line. He's like, he'll take that live money, but I'm not a live guy.
It's because if he wasn't hurt, he probably wouldn't have gone to live.
No.
Right?
No, but he did, and like people are. I hate how people are selectively. It's like when Varner joins. They're like, only person I respect who joined is Varner
because he's nice.
Yeah. It's like you can't pick and choose. These guys all made the same decisions for the same reason. Just because you liked them before, doesn't mean that you can basically give them a free pass. And that's what I feel like Brooks is looking for. Then the picture, and then again the picture he did with the smash thing with all the Homa and Ricky and them wearing it, like. Yeah. If you're pissed about people leaving for live and saying it's blood money and that stuff, so are you pissed at those guys who played it in that joke? Because if it's such an atrocity, such a terrible thing, and they're joking about it, then you should be pissed at them too.
Yeah, but I think they kind of passed it at this point with what's transpired.
Well, it just shows how stupid it was from the beginning then.
Yeah, well, it was. But I don't think like a guy like Homa, I think like isn't he like really good friends with Gooch, and I think he's said like he doesn't care that Gooch went. He's still gonna be really good friends with him. Like doesn't like bother him that much.
Another issue I have in terms of being hypocrites is everyone says when the live guys don't get picked for the Ryder Cup and they don't get picked, whatever these things, you knew the consequences of the choice you made when you made it. But they don't use that same logic for players like Xander and Cantley when they're mad that they're not getting paid for the Ryder Cup. They could have made that choice and gone to live and negotiated in their contract bonus for that. So
I'm pretty sure they were going.
Yeah. So don't bitch about not getting paid. You had the opportunity to get paid. You made the choice that you made. Now live with it. If you're going to say it to one side, stay with both. They made the choice to stay. Live with those consequences too.
Except they would never make a Ryder Cup because they'd have to win a major.
Yeah. Yeah. Seriously.
Okay. So Brooks Scotty on Saturday morning. That was something. Just got their asses pounded.
Embarrassing. Definitely embarrassing. I mean,
how about Scotty? 0-2-2.
He wasn't good in the President's Cup either.
Terrible in the President's Cup.
Scotty's not the guy people think he is. Sorry, he just isn't.
He did show some fight though in that battle with Rahm. He is a shot maker. He is a shot maker.
He did show some fight, but he didn't birdie the par 5 to win the match. He could have easily.
I know.
And he got lucky too. He sprayed it way right. Yeah, he's good. He's good. But I don't think he's a generational talent that the ball striking numbers indicate that he is.
What did you well, let's stay on the US before we get to the Euros. What did you think of the LaCava incident?
I liked it for both guys. Like I don't think I thought LaCava was fine to show some fight, and the team was getting their ass kicked, and they finally had some momentum, and he was kind of got into it with Rory. I have no problem with him doing that, but I also think Rory had a point of when he was getting pissed. I would have got pissed too. They still haven't hit their putts yet, and this fucking old prick is waving his hat in the guy's face, staring him down, jawing at him. Like I would have told him to fuck off too.
Yeah, but what about later on the night? Like, I feel like it should have just ended on the green there. Like, why did he be so pissed?
I think he was pissed. Well, part of it, I think he wanted an undefeated week, and I think he was mad that they didn't like the celebration was too early when they didn't get a chance to putt yet, and then but I don't know. I think part of it is little man syndrome a little bit.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree with you. I see both sides. Americans, Max Homa. I was actually really, really impressed with Max. I'm starting to kind of like him. I hate to say it. I know you hate him, but I think he's good.
Yeah,
I think he has nuts. I think he has nuts.
Yep, he impressed me too. And part of it was showing something in a big event. I mean, full stop in a big event. He hadn't done that yet. And
right.
and Dustin Cage, Lee, and fucking Siwoo Kim doesn't count.
Right.
But I thought, yeah, it was impressive. It was impressive. He's good. He's obviously a late bloomer. So yeah, he's good. I mean, is he going to win a major? I still can't change my opinion of him that much until he contends in a major. He still has not even sniffed contention. He's 33 years old. So let's not get too crazy about how he played.
Same with Burns.
And Burns is who Burns is. He can make birdies.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what? I think Burns, not that I didn't think he should have been there, but if you don't have to give Clark and Harmon those spots, like I think Burns is probably a nice 11th, 12th guy. If you have those other guys.
Burns is a better player than Clark and Harmon.
Absolutely.
It's not even close.
I honestly think what screwed America the most was having those guys get automatic picks.
And picking Spieth.
Spieth shouldn't have been picked. Ricky too, man. Ricky
peaked. Ricky peaked after the Rocket.
And Morikawa, man, he doesn't do it for me either.
No, I think you got to pick him. I think he's one of the better American golfers, though.
But he's been so bad. He sucked this week too.
Yeah, he won one match. Vic,
what happened to him?
I don't know. He won his majors when it was COVID. There was no fans, nothing.
I mean, there's no big guns. You know, I remember even in Paris when
they're all on live, man. All our guys are on live.
Yeah, I just remember looking at the American team being like, fuck, man, how do you stare down those guys and go win? It's tough. There's big dogs everywhere. And now the big dogs are Brian Harmon and Wyndham Clark and even Scotty again, who I'm not completely sold on. You got JT who's in shit form, Spieth who has had 6 good months and he's been dog shit for 7 years.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's why at Whistling, I pounded the Americans. I was like, there's just big dogs everywhere. I mean, Scotty Scheffler was their 12th guy.
Yeah.
Even a guy like Finau who didn't make this team. He's better than all half these guys, right?
Absolutely. I mean, if you replace, even this year, if you replace Clark, Harmon, Spieth, and Ricky with Finau, Bryson, DJ, and Reed.
Everybody's going, why don't you replace JT? You know why? Because JT's a fucking talent.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
He's a top tier. It goes back to this argument that people like to make. Class versus form.
Yeah. You know what, though? Taking JT means you have to play Spieth a lot.
But it shouldn't mean that.
It shouldn't mean that, but it does at this moment.
if I was a captain, I'd say I don't care if you guys are butt buddies or not. You can't drive it on the fucking planet right now. I mean, Spieth was hitting shots like so far out of bounds. Like
That first day they were playing four ball. It was JT versus JT almost beat whoever he was playing. It was basically 2-on-1. Spieth played well in the front nine, but from like the 12th hole on, it was just JT versus I forget who it was. Tommy. No, not Tommy. I don't know.
well,
Whoever it was. I think might have been Vic. Yeah, it was Vic. And Vic ended up drilling that putt to tie him.
Vic and Nikolai.
No. Who was Vic playing with? Rom was playing with Nikolai.
Fitz. No, I don't fucking know.
I don't know. Not Bob Mack. Rose was playing with Bob. Maybe it was JT and Spieth versus Bob Mack and Rose. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so that's it for the Americans. I mean, I'm disappointed with their performance. I didn't think they were going to play that well, and they didn't. So, I mean, I thought they're going to be show a little more fight. But
are we getting DJ Bryson in Bethpage, or at least Bryson? I know DJ will be like in his 40s.
I think
you got it, dude. They're Northeast guys.
If they don't take Bryson,
Brooks won the PGA at fucking Bethpage. Dustin was second.
Well, let's start here. Who's the captain?
Reed's won at Bethpage. Who's the captain? I think it's going to be Tiger.
I think Tiger takes Bryson.
But also, no, I really hate all the American assistant captains. I feel like they're all the same guys every fucking year.
Get rid of them.
Freddie's got to go.
I want Tiger, Cooch.
Stricker got to go. Davis Love, get the fuck out of here, buddy. You've been around for fucking 20 years as a vice captain or a captain.
Yeah. You got to get rid of the old blood. I mean, Phil should be Phil, man. Let Phil be the cap. That'd be a great way to heal everybody.
It should be.
Wouldn't it be great? Phil would pick the right guys.
It should be Phil versus fucking Poulter.
Yeah, and then Tiger versus Sergio after.
But anyways, this is really all about Europe. We hit Rory, top scorer. 2 Ryder Cups in a row, which is pretty incredible. It's tough to hit those things. Like, you need a lot to go your way to hit those things.
I don't know. Do people think that's easy or something?
Like, it's difficult to hit those.
When we say we win, we usually get like 100 likes. Like 15 people like that for some reason. Like, hey, that shit's pretty hard.
I think it's almost more difficult than hitting an outright, to be honest with you.
It's very tough. And especially without even any dead heats or anything. And we sniffed it out for sure. We talked about it. You kind of brought it up to me about, hey, I think we should Rory or Vic, and we kind of talked about it, knowing that the guys are going to play play five, which is half the battle. But Rory was good. He impressed me. I mean, I don't want to say he impressed me because we knew he was going to play well. All the things were stacked in his favor.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Rahm and Vic were better players this week than Rory, to be honest with you. But Rory was obviously their third best player, in the top three.
Those three guys are fucking studs, man.
Yeah, they are. But I mean, just coming off of what happened at Whistling, we just had the feeling that like Rory's gonna really want this. He's definitely gonna play five. I was shocked Rahm didn't play five. Thought that was the one mistake Donald made, was not putting Rahm out.
Did you hear what he said?
Wanted to keep him fresh, so he goes up first, right?
Yeah.
Which I understand, but still, I thought it was kind of weird. But yeah, it just made too much sense not to be on Rory there. Like, it just means a lot. You could tell he's like the guy now in Europe. Like, there's no more older guys on that Ryder Cup team. He's the old guy. He's the leader.
Like he said, he's in the back nine of his career, his Ryder Cup career.
Did you watch that press conference?
A little bit of it. I saw when he said he's going to go to them and win.
Yeah, it was like a 30-minute press conference. I'd say like 25 minutes of it was just Rory and Donald. No other players really got any questions. Like, Vic didn't answer one question. Rahm answered one.
He's a leader. He's a leader. So I was impressed by him, I guess, but I expected it. Aubert.
You like it or no?
I don't like the new pronunciation. No, even if it was Aubert, I would like it. But it just so. I'm assuming he told them that's what he wanted to be called.
Yeah.
So Aubert, that's his name now.
think we just
He's
call him Ludwig.
Ludwig. He's playing this week. He hasn't withdrawn like Nikolai.
Nikolai withdrew.
Yeah,
I was actually Nikolai bombs it, man.
he does. Yeah, he's
He
a
was
great driver.
making Nikolai's one of those guys. Nikolai's like Burns. He's either in the hole, going to make a birdie, or he's just going to be flat out dead and make like
Yeah,
a 6.
I think Burns a good comp for him. Still
Bob
young.
Mack. Bob Mack stole the top rookie.
Yeah,
It's all because of Rosie.
I know. Bob Mack didn't even look good. He looked like he's gonna shit his pants over a couple of putts.
Yeah.
Fucking Wyndham Clark can't even beat Bob Mack. I mean, give me a fucking break.
Right.
Unbelievable. And Aubert played well. He should have been the fucking top rookie, but again, Clark fucked him. Rose was too good. I love Rose.
You got fucked too having to face Brooks. That's the one thing you don't want to do at a Ryder Cup is face Brooks in singles.
No.
It's the only thing he cares about is the singles record.
Yeah. But that would have been a great course fit for Bryson. We said Bombers, man. Bombers play well there.
Yeah. He probably would have hit a fucking iron into 16.
Yeah. I would have loved to see it too. It's an entertainment thing. So, do you think guys should get paid for the Ryder Cup?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Do you?
I think they probably should, but it's just a certain way. Like hearing multi-millionaires talk about money is very off-putting for most of the public.
Yeah. But they make so much fucking money off the Ryder Cup.
They do. That's the reason I think they should. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
But a lot of that money goes. I saw a good point. I think it was
on the PGA side, it goes to their pensions, right?
That, and I think it was Brandella made this point. I think, but it was about how a lot of that money goes into the junior programs and stuff.
Okay.
When they're pumping the money into the amateur scene and all this stuff, and he's like, no one benefited from that more than Patrick Cantlay.
Wow.
Who got a lot of benefits from being part of that, the junior stuff, all the amateur stuff that he was involved in. So I think you can just go there and play, and if you don't get paid, so fucking be it.
I agree. Yeah, I agree with that.
But do they have
a
point?
I'm not out there saying they should be paid. If you ask me, that's my answer.
No, I agree. I mean, I think definitely makes sense considering how much they're making. I'd like to see who's getting what, but overall, it's not a good look to be talking about it, really.
Yeah. And then Vic, man, he's just stud. Guy was chipping in all over the place.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. I mean, Vic over Scotty takes looking better every day.
Oh, man. Needs a major, though.
He'll get one.
How many wins did he have last year?
Tour championship. Yeah, 3. One was the
BMW and the Memorial.
Yeah.
3 solid ones.
3 good ones, yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I guess where he started, I guess you can call him a good win on the tour.
Definitely. Any other thoughts before we get to this shit?
Other thoughts? I don't think what happened. Oh, so they played 10. It was 10-10 over the last 2 days. Then you just get their asses handed to them on fucking Friday. I mean, Friday was the Ryder Cup.
That's being rusty, right?
What do you think? You think? I mean, the last 4 or 5 Ryder Cups, it's just home team waxing ass.
Yeah, I mean, do you think? At this point, I'm not going to concede that the home team automatically wins right now.
Dude, Bethpage fans are going to be fucking nuts. New York, it's going to be fucking wild.
The Americans are probably going to win if they take their best players, they'll win. If they take Wendy Clark and Harmon, but again, I don't know, they didn't have a choice, but if they do. Oh, but Lucas Glover and Keegan Bradley. Shut the fuck up.
I wouldn't have taken Keegan.
I wouldn't have either.
I told you from day one I would have taken Finau, Bryson, DJ,
JT. Yeah, man. I mean,
so if we think the Americans are going to win at Bethpage, do the Americans have a chance to win in Ireland?
Yeah.
You think they do?
I do. I think next 2 I think we'll see. I mean, if the next 2 ones are blowouts again, then I think maybe it's time to reevaluate. But I want to give them one more chance because the U.S. didn't give themselves a chance to win this one.
No. And the Europeans are actually really good now.
They're really good. They're the better players. That's why they won.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I
But
think
I
that's
think
it.
we should probably bet the US pretty soon.
Minus 140.
Yeah,
So
once I get
we
those
could,
odds on a site where I get credit, I'm gonna bet it.
yeah.
But I'd love to see the Europeans win again.
I love the Ryder Cup. Even a blowout, it always brings something. It's just great.
It's a great format. I wish we saw more of it. It's fucking bullshit. They got rid of even to get rid of match play this year.
I know it's such a fun. Just it's so fun to bet on a match.
It's a
Like
change of pace
it's way different than like betting on a guy in a match in like a stroke play event.
because they're playing each other.
Yeah, like you can make like a 7. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I wish we saw more of it. I just don't know who these people are talking to or why they make the decisions they make.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Pisses me the fuck off, to be honest with you. But
Yeah, do they talk to real golf fans?
no, I don't know who they even talk to or what they fucking do. They're idiots.
All right, so I think that's it on the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, the
Cleaned up.
last thing I'll say is Azinger. He's a fucking lunatic. The guy is fucked. How do you not like if you're employing these people? How do you not be like, all right, he's out of control? It's almost funny.
Yeah.
That's a fine shot.
I know. I really miss Johnny Miller. Johnny Miller at least would throw some daggers out there.
Yeah, get Faraday.
Yeah, Faraday's nice.
4 years, 20 million.
Is that what he got?
Yeah.
Good for him.
I guess we could get to Sanderson. Not that I want to, but
Okay.
enough about
hit this last year.
who do we have again?
Sep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Yeah. Enough about the good players in the world.
Sep talked in the interview. Just straight Southern drawl.
Just drinking a Diet Coke.
Oh, that's another thing. All these guys party with each other. Like I saw I follow Jenna Sims on Instagram and she was posting pictures and stuff like behind the scenes. Brooks was not just Brooks, it was like Brooks, Morikawa, Homa. They were all drinking and shit with the Europeans afterwards last night.
I don't like that.
Remember when like the President's Cup, Sanjay was like dancing with the Americans and all that shit?
I don't like that.
Yeah. Like this is just like a big end of the year banquet. Like,
You know what we need?
Who cares who wins? Let's just party our asses off once it's over.
We need another war.
Yeah, right.
Just to get things contentious again.
Except all the Europeans are probably actually American citizens now.
Yeah, they are. That's why PJ Tour versus Live would be so much better.
Yeah, it would be. This is actual fucking fire there.
Yeah, they wouldn't, but obviously the UPH would probably kick their ass with Rom, Rory, and all them if they count.
Yeah. So we had Sep last year. He went to the playoff with Mac Hughes. Hughes hit a 8-footer to win.
Okay. I barely remember it for whatever reason. Typically it's been bombers who have done well here, but you got your, other type of guys too who aren't bombers. Hughes 17 under last year. Previous that was Burns 22. Sergio in 2020, 19 under. Munoz in 19 was 18 under. Cam Champ got his first win here. He was 21 under. Ryan Armour, Cody Gribble. I believe only the last 3 have been non-alternate events.
Okay. Really?
There was alternate for a while, and then I think they moved it to
The last 3, huh?
Yeah.
Fall.
Might have been 4, 3 or 4. So
fucking surprising, man. Cam Champ won this in 2018. I can't believe he's been around for 5 fucking years.
I know. He's weird. He's playing this year, so all right.
Mississippi, deep Bermuda grass all around, right?
Yeah. Bermuda grass. Bombers have done well, but again, you can get away with it. Fast greens. This fucking thing's not enough fucking time.
You got 9 minutes.
Yeah.
We'll get to it.
All right.
That's all we need.
All right. Odds.
All right. So Ludwig, he hasn't withdrew yet. He's looking at DraftKings. He's 10-1. Is he gonna withdraw?
I don't think so because he's not in any of the big events and he needs to get in them.
Okay. He's 10. That's it.
And Nikolai withdrew yesterday, so
Oh, okay.
so yeah, he's 10. That's it. I don't think he's gonna win. It's a little bit draining. I mean, could he do it anyway? Sure, but it's draining going from Europe, partying, emotional energy. I just don't see
Yeah.
it.
Okay. We'll pass. Okay, then you got Eric Cole at 20, Jaeger 22, Keith Mitchell 22, Grillo 25.
All right, we bet Cole this morning at 25. You got the 25, right?
Yes.
I knew it was gonna go down. Also, I think my account's flagged.
Yeah.
I do.
They're
And
looking at you.
I think because I talked to the guy Jeff Benson from the Circa book, who has a lot of information on this stuff, and to explain to him what was happening. Like it's literally 30 seconds after I bet something, the odds tank,
Wow.
and they give me big limits and stuff too. Like they don't do it for you. I think they haven't realized it yet. So I bet I got some great numbers this morning, and I don't know, they all got fucking credited. It makes it tough, but Cole at 25, I thought he would go down to 20, which he did. But we got the 25, which is cool. I'll still bet it at 20.
I would too.
Just because there's no one else to bet at the top of the board, and I think he's playing well, man. He gained 12.4 strokes from tee to green in his last start.
Yeah, he was right in it.
Led the field in it, tee to green. Was up there in approach. The reason I didn't like him, I thought he was going to play well at Fortinet, but the reason I didn't love him is because I think he's a Bermuda guy.
Yeah, same.
Now
He
he's on
was
Bermuda.
actually the only one I was worried about with Sahith going into that final round.
And do you think there might be a Honda comp?
It must be. I mean, Burns, Sergio.
Wasn't Munoz good at Honda too?
I think so.
So and that was where Cole almost won.
Could be an RSM combo too. Mac Hughes. No, it doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But
I just think Mac was a random one.
yeah.
So
Florida guys. Cody Gribble. He's a big Florida guy. He won here. He's a bomber too.
I think it's Florida guys.
You got Burns, Sergio. Problem is Champ. Not really a Florida guy.
No, but he's just a bomber. I think bombers do really well too here too.
Yeah. All right. What about the rest of them?
I don't know. None of them. I think Grillo's good here. He hasn't played recently.
What's Mitchell done?
I mean, it should be a good course for him. Florida guy, right?
Yeah,
Bomber.
definitely should.
But I don't. He hasn't played.
Okay. Next range you got SH Kim 30, Lucas Herbert 30, Higo 35, Bo Hossler 35, Alex Smalley 35. You bet Kim.
I bet Kim at 50.
Why is Kim steamed?
I don't know. I think he was great last week. His stats, he is statistically, I think, the most impressive guy in the field. Gained 11 tee to green. And he
Forgot to talk about one thing.
Yeah.
Fuck this tournament. Speaking of Kim, Siwoo. He's off the hook. Him and Sanjay are off the hook.
Yeah, I have an unpopular opinion on this. People might get mad about it, but I still think they should do military service because everyone made this huge fucking deal about them trying to medal at the Olympics and they didn't do it, all the pressure, blah, blah, blah. No one said, oh, by the way, 18 months from now, they can play in the shitty Asian games with not a single good player in it besides them, and they can win by 35 shots. And then they also don't get military service. They don't feed me that shit 2 years ago if you're going to let them play in this fucking thing and medal, and all of a sudden now they get out of the military. No, they should be going to war.
I'm glad we're not losing them. I like those cute little Koreans.
I like them too, and we cannot afford to lose them. But I want a bigger accomplishment to avoid military service.
I agree.
Did Sun Moon Bay have this opportunity?
No, I'm fucked up.
That's bullshit.
All right, back to the Sanderson.
All right. So yeah, SH Kim, I mean, I thought he was really good. 30 is it's I don't know. I mean, I'm on it now, so I would say just bet it so you don't miss out on it. 30 is obviously really tough, but he was 13th here last year, great here a couple weeks ago. I know you can't see it though.
I can't bet 30.
No. But you said you couldn't bet 50 either.
I can't bet 50. I don't like it. I was
Right.
looking at him. He had like one good finish all season.
No, that was overstated. He was good at 3M too. That was like 2 starts ago.
That was in like June.
Well, the tournaments that he sucked were also in June.
All right. You're on SH Kim. The interest here, Smalley, anything? Seems like a Bermuda guy.
Yeah, but he's just been
Not
again. It was a
not
while
good
ago.
since not good since we lost with him.
Not good, and I don't trust him in clutch. I think he's a fucking loser.
Okay. Isn't Hollywood Hoagie a good number at 45?
It is. What's he been doing? I don't know. I feel like he's just off the map.
Hoagie. Yeah, Hollywood. 21st at BMW. Putting on Bermuda.
I mean, it is a good number.
I might bet him.
Okay, I'm considering it. If you do, I will. I think it would be a nice little ad. Sam Ryder, I love. I think he's winning. That's my pick to win. Great at Fortinet. I always think of him as a Florida guy, right?
Yeah, I'm getting on Sam Ryder too. I haven't bet it yet. What'd you get for a number?
50.
Okay, it's 45 right now.
Yeah, I think that's fine. He gained 6.4 in approach, second in the field. He's third in approach his last 24 rounds. He lost 2.6 strokes putting and led the field in approach. So I think if you get him on Bermuda and he keeps hitting the ball the way he has been hitting it, he's going to have a really good chance to contend.
All right, who else you got?
My guy, Ben Griffin, who told me this is one of the courses he thinks he can win at. He's really like hell bent on playing well this fall. Played well last fall. He likes all these courses in the fall. He said he can win here. He sniffed contention a little bit a couple times last year. He was a rookie.
Is he a bomber?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
He's like a Mackenzie Hughes. He's a putter. But he likes the Bermuda greens a lot. He can gain a lot of strokes putting.
What number?
60.
Okay, he's 50 here.
Yeah.
I'll probably bet that.
So yeah, he finished 24th here last year, his first trip to the course, gained 6.2 in approach. So I think the course might fit his eye. He seemed like in a really good place. He was grinding it out when I was talking to him, trying to get in those next big events. He played well at the not the Northern Trust, St. Jude too. So
Did he make the top 70?
he did.
He did.
Didn't make it to BMW, but he made it to St. Jude.
All right. That leads me to Akshay. Doesn't Akshay need to do something?
He does, but I don't know if he can.
Why?
I don't know, man.
He's like 90th. He needs to do something.
He does, but I don't think that translates to him doing something.
Seems like a good number.
It is a good number. I mean, but shouldn't he have done better at the Fortinet?
Yeah, he definitely should have.
I think the guy has some problems.
Yeah, you worried about him fucking?
Yeah, too much fucking. And I think he's definitely not a Mississippi guy.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. Anybody else you bet? I know we have less than a minute here.
I bet nobody else. Yeah.
All right, so give the folks the bets.
We got Cole 20, 25, whatever. You got Ryder 50. You got Ben Griffin 50, 60, whatever, and then you got SH Kim. I bet him at 50. He's down to 33. Really tough number to swallow, but this field is awful. It's probably the worst field I've ever seen.
I agree. All right.
No, I'm being sarcastic. Literally worst I've ever seen.